Alright, yo, what's good guys? Blue Effects here. I'm going to show you in this video how I made collectively 6% across 3 of my accounts. It was across $85,000 on funded accounts. Now, all of them were in phase 1. These are the first challenge accounts that I'm really looking into in passing, and I want to document that on this YouTube channel. So I'm going to document each trade. I had 3 accounts before taking this trade. I had a 10K account in 2.5% drawdown. I had a $25,000 account in 5% drawdown. And I had a $50,000 account in no drawdown. It was at 0%, no profit, no drawdown. Now the 50K account was 1.5 months old, so there was no trades taken on it. I had to place like a small 0.01 trade just to keep it active after a month. The reason I waited so long was my psychology was off and I just really didn't see any good opportunities. So I waited real patiently. I saw this opportunity. I spent the last 2 weeks back testing, refining my strategy, adding a few new parameters that I can sort of take trades. And anyway, I found this trade. So it resulted in 6% across all accounts. So it was 6,000 US dollars, thereabouts. It's 85,000 total funding. So it was about $6,000 US dollars on all phase 1s. So now every single account I have is in profit, and my 50K is in 6% profit, and my 10K and 25K, they're in profit as well. Either 1%, one's 1% in profit, and the other one's like 3% profit. So all pretty good. So let's go back to this trade, and I'm going to show you how I found it. So let's head on to the daily, and this is German 40. Okay, so on the daily, I saw that we were pretty much in a downwards channel from here. Let me just grab a drawer. I saw that we were pretty much in a downwards channel from here. Obvious what we were in, but after seeing drop-off candle, I was like, there's probably like a change in. So after seeing this big drop-off candle, I drew, because this was going to be a range trade because we are in choppy conditions. So I drew the top there and I drew the bottom there. And yeah, I just simple, I'm like, let's go on hourly to sort of refine these bottoms because we trade like liquidity sweeps in. So let's go to the hourly. Okay, so on the, what is happening? So on the hourly, never mind this low. Don't worry about that. I think I can delete that. Maybe I won't because it might affect my layout. But don't worry about that low. So I saw the low here. Initially, I drew it on the close. I usually draw my low tops of the range on the closes. That's where I consider liquidity sweeps to happen. But if it's closing an hourly, I still have to refine it down to a 5-minute. So I saw the low was here. I saw the high was here. And I'm like, okay, again, keepers, let's drop out down to a 5-minute time frame to now refine these tops and bottoms so we can find an accurate midpoint. Because the midpoint is our take profit zone, right? If we're shorting, if we're top, we want to short from the top, take profit of the midpoint. If we're longing from the bottom, we want to long from the bottom, take profit of the midpoint. So we need accurate tops and bottoms to get accurate midpoints. So this is a bit hard to find now. This is still the midpoint. So up here, oh my goodness. As you can see, the low, it doesn't have to be like very perfect, but you can see that's the general area to sweep. It doesn't have to sweep below these wicks. It can just sweep this. It's almost like a sweep of the order block, but I don't use any of that terminology, and I just keep it simple. So I just use the line there, and if we sweep that line, that's a good indication, followed by like appropriate structure to get in. So then let's go to the high. Oh my goodness, this is to deal with. So we made a higher high here on the 5-minute. We made a higher high here on the 5-minute. We then retraced. We made a new local low, and then we came back up, and then we made a lower overall high. So then I used this high, right, to sweep liquidity from. I didn't use this one. Again, it's discretionary, right? It's not like a very mechanical. The only very mechanical thing about it is if we're in like very downwards movement, I don't even bother trying to find ranges. I only mechanically the range if it's actually in a range. That's the only mechanical thing about it. Everything else is sort of just how the candlesticks around specific levels. And you'll see when I get into the entry, you'll see how it behaved here onto why I entered over here. So let's go over my entry. There's a lot of yapping here. So let's go over the entry. So we're here, right? Now for me, London Open is at 5 p.m. Frankfurt Open is at 4 p.m. Usually I enter my trades around 4 to 5 p.m. Okay. So as you can see here, on the bottom of the screen at 4:10 p.m. we actually spiked into this high area, right? We spiked into it. We then made an engulfing candle right here, right? So we had the candle that spiked into it, and then we had an engulfing candle like that. So I entered right there, okay? Now I could have entered over here. The only reason I didn't enter over there is because, well, that's at midnight, so I'm not going to enter the trade at midnight. This happened at PM. Luckily, we spiked again into that liquidity zone, and then we just started to absolutely melt. London Open came on this candle, and I actually took profit. Sorry, I actually took 30% profit here. Now this whole thing is an 8-to-1. My total profit, okay, when I hit TP, because I took partials, full TP worked out to be 6%, which is still fucking phenomenal. I'm not at all, you know, when I P and I worked out it was 6%, I wasn't like, oh, it could have been 8-to-1. No, I don't care. A secure profit. I took risk off the table. I managed the trade good. So I took 30% profit here, and then I took 30% profit here. Only reason is because I, you know, moving up, so structure moving up, potentially making a higher high, you know, to potentially. So I was just making sure I was securing profit along the way because I was quite in a lot of profit. And my other strategy that I use, which is momentum based, not range based, momentum based, my risk to reward is 2-to-1. Okay, so maximum I'm going to getting is like 4% on a trade, which is like 2% risk. This was 1% risk, and I was up like 6%, 7% on point. So I was like, damn, this is a lot of, you know, percent. So I made sure I secured some profit. This was on Thursday. Nothing happened on the Friday, so I didn't trade for the rest of the week, but that week was pretty good, 6% week. It's now Monday, the following week, and I've set my alerts, I've done my analysis, now I'm just waiting. So yeah, all in all, good trade. I'll track this of those trades again. And again, those are all phase 1 challenge accounts. I'm not funded just yet. This video series is for the purpose of documenting my funding process. And if you've waited till the end of the video, I will tell you about my journey, right? So I've been trading for about 3.5 years now. The first 2 years was crypto only. And then over the past 1.5 years, I've sort of dabbled into, and I bought a few courses and stuff, but I bought one at the start of the year and I've really stuck to it now. And I've just been back testing this over and over and over again. Really just perfecting this by getting a lot of experience with it. And yeah, I'm in that forward testing, and I just want to document that forward testing phase and perhaps get funded in the forward testing phase. So yeah, that's it for the next time. Until my next trade, I'll document my next trade for sure. And to journal the process. I know once I'm funded, I'll look back at these videos and I'll be like, damn, you follow the process. So yeah. So I'll catch you guys on the next video. Ciao. Ciao. Ciao.